How's it going, guys? How are y'all doing? So, in this video, I've heard about this Michael Jackson impersonator recently. I'm I'm kind of like interested in this. There's this guy called Fabio Jackson. He's on TikTok, on all the socials. Who looks similar to Michael Jackson. I'll show you right here. Yeah, this the guy right here. Yeah, he looks like him. Oh, sorry.
A couple of comments that I've made in a couple of videos that have been around. Not that they are what you think, but I'm going to explain it to you so that you get the full context.
Michael,
because out there,
around the
big
90s.
editings going on for propaganda. They're just doing it for the views, missing a lot of information. So, number one,
the
race thing.
resemblance is kind of striking.
Now, this shouldn't even be
I've heard a lot
like something to even talk about, because people are out there saying that I didn't know that Michael Jackson was black, and that's his race, and that
how he believes he's Michael Jackson.
I'm saying that he's not. It's BS. I've been a fan for a long time. Of course, I know his race is black. Now, what I did say is that I don't agree in calling people this black person or that black person or things like that. The way I say it is that I call people of color, people that are dark skinned. That's how I address to them. When I go out in public, I'm not gonna, try.
Anyway, there's this video right here. Michael Jackson impersonator thinks he's the real MJ. So let's react to that.
Woman instantly regrets hiring Michael Jackson to the party.
That's a bit close. Closer than comfort zone.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is actually kind of scary and funny at the same time. Like, what is that?
Yeah, that's a bit close to comfort.
Like, do you see how close this man's face was to the camera
goosebumps
after sliding all the way from halfway across the room to herself? Like, honestly, these Michael Jackson impersonators are getting a little bit creepy now. And here's the other angle right here. You could actually see who was recording. I mean, she looked terrified. I'm not gonna lie. She actually looked like she was not prepared for this at all. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm only talking about this today because there seems to be some drama in the Michael Jackson impersonator community. Yes, there's a whole community surrounding being Michael Jackson, literal grown men pretending to be Michael Jackson. But specifically, today's story is about this Michael Jackson impersonator by the name of Fabio Jackson, who apparently is the most famous Michael Jackson impersonator worldwide. As far as I can see, it's over 600,000 on Instagram and over 12.4 million followers on TikTok. So he's a pretty big deal. But lately, the drama surrounding this guy, as far as I know, is surrounding a reaction that he did to the recently dropped Michael Jackson biopic by the name of Michael. And in that trailer, he was basically, sitting in his chair with a hoodie on, just reacting to the whole thing. And his facial expressions, and I suppose his body language, gave off a little bit of salt and maybe disapproval. I'm gonna play a little bit of that reaction for you guys right now.
I've seen people react to trailers like that instead of talking over it. Sean Chandler does that. I mean, he listens to the trailer and he expresses thoughts afterwards. I think it's kind of appropriate. I believe so.
Keep those feet still, my man.
And it was at that part that a lot of people, based off of his reaction, they thought that he was a little bit salty. You can see if you're watching right now his reaction with his hand over his mouth. He places his hand over his mouth. He looks over to the camera. Bro actually looks salty. I'm not gonna lie. He looks disappointed. I'm just looking at his face right now. Mind you, I don't use scripts. I do everything in real time. The comments though are saying, "I'm sorry, but you're starting to remind me of Paige Nyman, right? The girl who tried to copy Ariana Grande. I made a video about her years ago. They go on to say though, it's not about you. Enjoy the damn movie, man. And it's just funny. Like, I just don't get these impersonators, how they get so deep into the identities of other individuals. I never understood that either. Like, I saw this video of the same exact guy, Fabio, years ago, where he was walking with his girlfriend, right? And he saw another Michael Jackson impersonator. I don't know if this was in Las Vegas or not, but he walked up to this man dancing on the street or whatever, right? Doing his job. And he walked up as if he was Michael Jackson himself, like rating or gauging or judging whether or not this was a good performance or not. Let me play the clip here for you. Like, do you see the way this man is standing right here, bro? Like, why is he over here standing as if he's the real Michael Jackson, judging another Michael Jackson impersonator, bro? Like, genuinely speaking, bro, you're not him. You're not Michael, bro. Like, this is levels of delusion and mental illness that I've not seen yet before. You see this guy right here? Look at, oh my God. Bro, I swear to God, this is actually hilarious to me. I don't know if I should go down the rabbit hole of Michael Jackson impersonators. I'm trying to keep my composure. All right, let me calm down. But do you see this other man right here looking at Fabio as if he's out of his goddamn mind, bro? He looks, bro, he looks like he's in the Twilight Zone. He looks like,
that's literally me right here. Like, are you guys okay or something?
he doesn't know what the hell is going on here. And his wife is just drinking water as if this is all normal, bro. Like, genuinely speaking, man, I gotta say, bro, we live in very strange times, very funny times indeed. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I am running a $100 giveaway to 3 different people, of course, before Thanksgiving. So be sure to follow my Instagram. All links are down below. I do have TikTok and Spotify and Apple Music too for my podcast related stuff. If you want to follow that as well, go ahead. But I will, at the day of choosing the 3 winners, we'll be dropping a post. All you got to do is like and comment. And basically, that's how you enter the giveaway. People keep asking me and DMing me how to enter. You basically like the post and comment the day of me choosing the 3 winners. I will probably give people a 24-hour lead time so that they can actually see the post in their feed. But yeah, that's basically it. Anyway, back to the video. I just gotta say, sorry for losing my composure. It's just sometimes certain topics, it really gets to me. Like, I can't believe certain things that I talk about genuinely being in the news cycle and making headlines, and people like taking this shit seriously. This guy, I'm not gonna lie, he's off his rockers. Somebody said in the comment section though, at least you were in Scary Movie 4, brother in Christ. Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie, that Michael Jackson as a kid scared the hell out of me. And for those of you who don't know, Scary Movie 4, or the Scary Movie franchise, is a parody on horror movies, essentially. I believe they started out with Scream, and then like The Ring, and then other like popular scary movies back in the early 2000s. But anyway, another comment said, you can do a Sandra Bullock documentary. And on Twitter, and you know Twitter's a wild place, follow me on there, people started roasting him saying, girl, I don't give an F what a Michael Jackson impersonator that can't sing or dance and looks like Sandra Bullock, or however you say her last name, gotta say. And then people in the comments started comparing him to the actor Sandra Bullock, or Bullock. I don't know how you say her last name. Goddamn, but you get the point. Like, people are like, Sandra Bullock reading this.
The computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what is it? Fuck me,
bruh. Sandra catching an unnecessary straight. Like Sandra, after you compared her to that thing, now I can't unsee it. Back on TikTok, someone said Michael Jackson, by the way, and showing an image of him when he was younger. You know, before a lot of the surgeries and whatnot. You know, it seems as though that a lot of people don't know what Michael Jackson looked like before, you know, the vitiligo and the surgeries and all that. But yeah, I mean, I think he was like in his early 20s, or he was a teenager here at the very least. And maybe at this point in his reaction, when Fabio saw, you know, Michael Jackson's nephew playing him, you know, with the prosthetic on his nose, you know, to make him look more Michael Jackson-esque before the surgeries, people are now thinking that Fabio didn't like seeing not only Michael Jackson's nephew playing Michael in this role, but also he didn't like the way that Michael was portrayed during this scene. Because look at Fabio, he dedicated his life to looking like Michael, and look how they portrayed Michael in that very scene. You know, so a lot of people are assuming that he's disappointed that Michael looks like that, if that makes any type of sense. Somebody said the concept of a Michael impersonator reacting to a movie about Michael Jackson as if he's the real one is hilarious. And apparently the lore on this guy goes even deeper. Somebody said in a comment, they said what's even creepier is that he changed his last name to Jackson. His last name was originally Fernandez, and he's given his baby the last name Jackson as well. That's messing with the baby's identity. He was always a strange kid when we were at school together, but I never imagined he would turn out like this. Whoa. So this is someone, Sophie, on TikTok, I think, that he went to school with. And she's claiming that he is now giving his new child, his baby with his wife, the last name Jackson. He changed his last name to Jackson and gave his child Jackson the last name as well. As you can see on his TikTok page, he did show off his son to the world. You can see his wife in the back and whatnot. And I just gotta say, is he really at home, like dressed as like, did he really just get surgery to look like Michael Jackson? Like, is that like a makeup or a prosthetic, or does he actually looks like that 24/7? Is this actually real, man? Because if so, that's creepy as hell. Not gonna lie. Somebody said in the comment, you remind me of Sandra Bullock, man. That's crazy, bro. Poor Sandra, I'm not gonna lie. Like, why is she catching strays? Like, genuinely speaking, this is crazy. And poor kid too. Like, Sandra, this is having a dad like this is gonna be weird growing up in the spotlight like this. And apparently the lore goes even deeper. This Twitter user said, read this and you will know the reason. Some people pretend to be an MJ fan. And in these screenshots, I suppose there's a thread exposing different comments made by Fabio. In the comment section on TikTok, someone said, and you not even black, ... cultural appropriation. Fabio then responded back by saying, why, question mark, hair is hair. Are you gonna tell me that blank people that wear wigs? Be quiet. Kiana then said, and that's the person who made the comment that Fabio's responding to. She said, I'll be quiet once you stop cosplaying a black man. Fabio then said that, and I quote, black man, since you want to be disrespectful, made his looks like mine. I'm cosplaying myself. Ooh. So Michael's catching strays here. In some leaked DMs, now I'm seeing Fabio was responding to someone, and this part of the screenshot says, I appreciate it. By the way, there's some bad grammar here. So he says, I appreciate, I ain't crazy fan. The person he was responding to in the DMs then said, and that's why your entire account about looking like someone else. Fabio then responded back by saying, Michael looks like me. He was a black kid. He changed his appearance because of his health and insecurity issues. I was just fortunate enough to have a look that he wanted to achieve. Wow, that is crazy. Condition. As if he literally didn't go out of his way to get surgery to look like Michael himself. But anyway, the person he was messaging then said, I think my brain cells died reading this. Fabio then said, probably did. They then said, you are one of the most shallow people I've seen. And then OP, the original person who tweeted those images, said, and I quote, parroting what he said in those DMs, I was just fortunate enough to have a look that he wanted to achieve, end quote. This guy had several surgeries to look like Michael. I didn't know that, by the way, guys. I'm reading this in real time. But of course, he meant that he was lucky to be born white, and that Michael, he tried to achieve that. That's so racist. Again, guys, I'm just reading it word for word. The grammar is horrendous in a lot of these posts. But it seems like this guy, maybe is a little racially disrespectful to Michael, given the screenshots that I'm saying. Like, he's a fan of a black artist, yet is somehow disrespecting him through these comments, saying that Michael wanted to look like him. Meanwhile, he literally apparently got 7 surgeries to look like Michael. It's crazy the levels of delusion and cognitive dissonance a lot of these people can have, to the point to where they're literally being disrespectful to the person that they're cosplaying as. And now in some creepy ass this dystopian Black Mirror identity crisis, this man has now apparently stolen Michael Jackson's identity. That is what I probably might title the video. This man stole Michael Jackson's identity. Because this is some real shadow organization clone MK Ultra. They cloned Michael type shit. Like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna end the video here, guys. What are your thoughts and opinions down below about this? Honestly, this is just weird. And this guy can't even sing. He can't dance.
No. I'm struggling not to laugh here. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
Yeah, and all you got to do is
I'm trying.
answer my call when I'm trying to get through.
Oh man, that sucks.
Wondering why. When all I can do is sigh.
I succeeded.
Man, turn this trash. Like, what in the... See, guys, thoughts and opinions down below. This guy is weird, and the fact that he has the audacity to disrespect the king of pop, the greatest pop star that will ever live, that has ever lived, it's just crazy. Bro really tried to say that Michael tried to look like him, that he was just born like this. Yeah, okay, buddy. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one.
And same with you guys as well. So anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.